Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 26th. We are going to jump right in here, and we are going to do what I'm calling a 3-3-3 reading. I'm going to do my usual, 3-row spread, and then we are going to pull three, then we're going to clarify it twice, so that kind of makes it 3-3-3, I think, maybe. And then we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end. So it's just going to be a bunch of threes is what it boils down to. But damn, Sagittarius, this looks really freaking good to me. I like this. You start off here, except for these two cards. You have this grasshopper card that says, situation in the balance that requires careful handling. You have the spear, heartache over what you no longer have. Very interesting. I feel like you could be experiencing heartache. This is your past position, that first row. So I kind of feel like you already know about this. This is something that has already happened. The interesting thing is that if you're trying to attract love, I feel like you could be attracting someone who has gone through something very similar to you. I wouldn't say you're mirroring each other or anything like that. The good news is that it looks like you two have healed or have currently going through the healing process. Maybe you're meeting this person in the future, which shows up over here. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But, what I would say is, I don't know. I feel like, you could be healing quickly. They could be healing quickly. It's almost like you're kind of each other's reward for whatever you've been through if you're attracting love. The readings have been suspiciously about love. This week, I would say, too much love in the readings, which is interesting. It's kind of funny because in the 2022 readings, I said that at the end of the year, I felt like there was going to be more love. Even in those readings, I was noticing that the end of the year portion had a lot of love in it. So it doesn't really surprise me that everybody's focus could be maybe just more love for whatever reason or whatever. For others, I feel like this could be something else that didn't work out, but 10 of Cups and the Sun, that's fortune after difficulty. So if something like a business or a job didn't work out, this to me says things are going to work out. You have the Strength card, the Emperor, and the Moon. It looks to me like this is the healing. Again, you see that this lady is taming this lion. The lion kind of represents her inner critic, her inner voice, her inner demons, her inner whatever you want to call it. And I kind of am seeing this as you healing, or you have healed yourself, or you've kind of healed your inner whatever, wounds. I also feel if you're attracting a person, which it looks like you are, and this would be in the near future, for whatever reason, maybe you're not attracting this person right now, or whatever. You could have your eyes on this person, they could have their eyes on you, but, it kind of looks like it takes off more later. And I feel like you have both healed with this energy. You have the Emperor. I kind of feel like you're just more focused on work at this time. So a lot of you could be focusing on work or kind of being successful at work. I also feel like you're very focused on structure in your life. That's the word I'm getting with the Emperor. He normally represents control. You can see that this Emperor is controlling these people down here. And so I feel like, but really I feel it's talking about structure. I feel like you want things to be more stable in your life, which, that makes perfect sense. You have the Moon here. Again, obviously, if you went through a heartbreak, like that Spear card looks very dramatic. I would say if you went through a heartbreak like that, you could be in a period of darkness or sadness. The good news is that in the very next row, you have the Sun. So it's like you're coming out of this very, very quickly. In your next row, you have this Frying Pan card. It says trouble, accusations. You have this Dolphin card. It says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Very nice. I feel that some of you could be receiving a truth here, or already have received a truth with that Frying Pan card from a past person. And that could be what's caused this heartbreak. Or, again, maybe it's not a past person. Well, I mean, obviously it would be a past person, but maybe you went through a breakup because of a truth. And I feel like this has already happened. I feel like this is what you're focusing on, just like I said with that Emperor card. Again, this card says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So some of you could be revisiting business ideas. I also feel like you're tapping into your resources. So you might have some sort of hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability that could make you very successful. And I feel like you're very focused on success with this energy. You have the Sun, the Ace of Wands, and the 10 of Cups here. The Sun is, of course, a card of happiness and abundance. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness coming in for you here with the Sun. I feel like there's just a lot of joy. And again, I also feel there's just a very quick turnaround coming in for you, especially if you've been dealing with sadness. Some of you might have been dealing with this sadness for a very long time. I kind of feel sad in your reading. So This could be something that you've been dealing with. I feel you just need to understand that there's something very happy coming in for you. I love that you have the Ace of Wands as your center card. The Ace of Wands is a card of kind of inspiration. So I feel like you're feeling very inspired. I feel like you're feeling very hopeful and like successful with this energy. I feel that something is inspiring you to action as well with the Ace of Wands. I feel like you want to like move towards whatever this Ace of Wands is. I feel like it's something. And what am I talking about? I feel like it could be like a new idea you have, or it could be something you're seeing. You could be being inspired to move towards a person, like I said, or you could be being inspired to start a project or a creative project, whatever it is. I feel like it's making you feel very hopeful. You have the Sun and the Ten of Cups, like I said, and the Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. Ten of Cups is, kind of like happiness after a period of not being happy. So I feel there's a lot of happiness coming in for you. It's also the card of happy home, happy family. So if you're hoping to have a family, or if you're hoping to, build a family, this could definitely be love coming in for you where you build a family. You also have the Six of Cups. And, when I get these two cards together, Ten of Cups, Six of Cups, it's definitely very good for those of you that like want true love or hoping to find something like that. Next, you have this Barrel card. It says you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. You also have this Torch card. It says spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons from the past, and now and like I said, I feel like you, at the beginning of the reading, it's like you've healed to a certain point, and I feel that, sometimes when we heal, we start to feel lack, not in a bad way. It's just like, we're like, hey, I'm ready for love. So I feel like you're kind of just opening up to love, or whatever. It could be money or something else as well. You have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. See, I feel like this is happening very quickly in your life. The Eight of Wands is something that's happening quickly. It can represent a quick conclusion, but it can also represent something happening very quickly in your life. So I feel like there's a quick change or good news or something happening quickly in your life with this Eight of Wands, and I feel like it's leading to a lot of abundance and success and happiness. You also have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is like a quick turnaround, and I also read the Six of Cups as like a gift from the universe, and the gift we receive is usually some sort of obstacle that we've been experiencing being removed from our life. I'm wondering if the direction this reading is going in, after I've been babbling on for like 7 minutes, is the fact that you've healed. It's like you've gotten to a certain point, so that's what's creating this turnaround, or whatever you want to call it, that's happening very quickly. I feel like you're feeling very emotionally fulfilled on your own as well. See, this tells me, this right here, this diagonal, tells me that you've been working on yourself, for quite a long time, probably, Sagittarius. And so I feel like you've gotten to this point of healing, this point of like self-fulfillment that the Queen of Cups has. This could be a person coming in for you, but I really feel that this is kind of your energy that we're seeing in the reading. It's like you've healed yourself to a certain point, and that's probably what's leading to the turnaround. So let's see what is going on for you here. With the Strength card, you have the Magician, creating your own new beginning. The Magician, sometimes I feel, says that we need to have a new beginning, that, it's time to get started on something. It's also a card of reinvention. There's this snake, the Ouroboros. It's this snake eating its own tail right there. And it kind of represents like a reinvention, one thing turning into another. So I kind of feel you could be going through, or have gone through, a very deep healing here, which has led to you changing, and that's probably what's attracting something new, this Ace of Wands, into your life. With the Emperor, you have the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. Again, definitely a difficult transition. I love the Six of Swords, but I feel that you have been through a difficult transition in the recent past here, Sagittarius, and you're finally getting out of the choppy waters. I always say that these people are still in the choppy waters right here. It's still choppy, right? So, the Six of Swords, good card, but they haven't fully moved on yet. They haven't fully gotten to the other side yet. So I feel this has been a process that you've been going through. With the Moon, you have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you realize something wasn't right for you. Seven of Pentacles is like, he's looking at those pentacles, but he could be thinking there's something better for him to grow. There's something better for him in the world, and he kind of knows it. He knows he deserves more as well, if he's honest with himself. So I kind of get that feeling for you, where maybe you're just being more honest with yourself. Maybe you're saying, I know there's something better, as much as this hurt, whatever you went through here, heartbreak or otherwise. Again, for some of you, I don't think this is a heartbreak. I feel like it's something else that didn't work out in your life. But I feel like that it was probably like the disappointment, or that spear to the heart, the loss, was probably meant to be for whatever reason. With the Sun, I'm telling your sunshine is coming into your life. This person is going to brighten your life up. I feel it in this reading. This person is different than your usual type. It's crazy. I mean, I literally said in the 2022 readings, every single person had the Two of Cups, and I was like, oh, well, clearly it's like one of those years where everyone could be attracting someone different than their usual type. These two people are meant to look very different. And so I feel like you could be attracting someone very different, but this person's going to be like your sunshine, like literally. And I'm not trying to be dramatic here. Look at the cards. You have the Sun, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Cups. I don't even do love readings, but this week has been crazy as far as love is concerned. So definitely could be love. I feel like it kind of starts out as communication. We have the Staff of Hermes right here, and that represents Mercury. So for some of you, could just be communicating with this person at this time or in the very, very near future, next couple of weeks, you could be opening up to this person. Maybe it starts a little slow. I feel like that's perfectly fine. Wouldn't rush it, especially Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, Jupiter retrograde at the end of the year. I mean, Mars retrograde at the end of October, Jupiter still retrograde until the end of the year. Like, I wouldn't rush. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands. Definitely time for everyone to be bold and assertive. I always talk about the Queen of Wands because she comes up for everybody. The Queen of Wands wants us to be bold, wants us to be assertive, really wants us, she really wants us to charge towards the things we want. She doesn't want us to hesitate or wait. And, I kind of feel that here where, again, I'm not saying rush a relationship, but what I am saying, obviously, but with the Queen of Wands, like if you're trying to create something, creative project-wise, if you feel inspired by something with that Ace of Wands, like to start a new project, to start a business, to start a YouTube channel, to start working on your health, whatever it is, I would get started with that Queen of Wands. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Damn. Sag, this is a good reading. Definitely one of the better readings I've done for you in a while. This person that could be coming in for you, this to me looks like marriage. I mean, Ace of Pentacles is the path to marriage. It's a very big opportunity, and there's a lot of growth here. Again, if you're not looking for love, clearly, even if you are, I feel like there are just really good financial opportunities coming in for you as well, so there could be improvements in your finances. But if this is love, I always say there's this garden on the front of the Ace of Pentacles, and the garden represents something you have to take care of to get to grow, obviously. And so I feel if you take care of this relationship, they're going to take care of you, it's going to grow. Love this reading. With the Six of Cups, you have the Three of Cups. Celebration, happiness. I feel like you feel like you know this person. It's like one of those people. I feel like you just open right up to them. I feel like you want to be open to them. I feel like you're happy, both of you, two people happy to share ideas. The Six of Cups and the Three of Cups could represent, someone coming back from the past. But what I would say, Mercury retrograde, number one. Number two, Six of Cups to me does not represent someone coming back from the past. I know everyone and their mother reads it that way, but if you read any of the older tarot books about Six of Cups, it says, do not get stuck in the past, literally. Three of Cups could really, I feel, it very loosely could represent reconciliation. So I don't even consider it a reconciliation card. I do, however, think that this could be a person that is like a past life connection or just a very, really honestly, it just feels like a deep connection to me. Something where it's just like one of those people, you feel like you've known them for a lifetime. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Four of Cups. I feel like there are a lot of past disappointments. I would let this stuff go. I kind of feel that energy of like needing to feel like we're in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, right? I feel like we need to embrace that inner child. We get so many cards, Six of Cups, Sun in your reading, but I've been noticing this for months where I feel like we need to have what, Esther X calls joyous expectation, where you're just in joy and you're just expecting the best, and that's your mindset. You're not thinking about like the bad things that could happen. You're not thinking about any of the bad stuff just in general. You're just kind of like, I think she calls it pre-paving or something, where you're just imagining things as you want them to go, and you're just expecting things to go well, and you're just being joyous, right? I feel like the universe wants more of us to have that. There's so many distractions right now, like in the news and in the world, and it's just not joyous. So I feel like we need more joy, because of all the disappointing energy. With the Queen of Cups, are you kidding me? You have the King of Cups, definitely a divine counterpart coming in for you. Could be a water sign or someone with water in their chart. Water's been all up in everybody's business, so I don't know what's going on there. It could just be, like I've reminded other people, even though basically everyone has had a water sign showing up in the reading, including water, it could just represent like the heart-based connection, the emotional connection, someone that, it could just say that very emotional connections are coming in for people where there's like just a deep connection, plain and simple. So we're going to clarify through now with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and we're going to see what is going on for you here, Sag. But With the Strength card and the Magician, you have this Defense card. Yeah, I would open up. I feel like there's no reason to be defensive. Sometimes, again, if we've been hurt this bad, like it looks like you have been, that, we can overcorrect. We can be too defensive. So, again, if you want love, I would open up here. With the Emperor and the Six of Swords, you have this Lust card. I feel like maybe you're realizing that a past person was just lust. It was just, that's all it was. Maybe it was just sex or something like that. As a side note, I feel that if you feel like creating anything, lust, Ace of Wands, these are very sexual energies, but I feel like they're talking about creation. So if you're focusing on like creative projects, if you're thinking about starting a creative project, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be very successful, whatever it is. So get started. With the Moon and the Seven of Pentacles, you have this isolation card, curveball. Of course you do. Because I feel like you've been feeling isolated. We talked about this, with the Moon, basically, that I feel like you've been in isolation already. So, that doesn't really surprise me. I feel like this is something that you're coming out of. With the Sun and the Two of Cups, you have this optimism card. What did we talk about this whole entire time? Needing to be optimistic, basically. So the Sun is the card of optimism, by the way. I would focus on joy, happiness, like I was saying on that Four of Cups. I feel this is your solution right here. Trust me, as I always say, like for 3 years, I was miserable in my life, right? And I didn't want to hear anyone tell me to be positive. Trust me, people tried, right? And I hated it. When people would tell me to be positive, when I'd watch videos, it would make me angry. It would have the opposite effect. But I kid you not, Sagittarius, it's like once I started being happy, once I started choosing to be happy, once I started choosing to focus on joy and happiness and good things, that's what I got, plain and simple. So, I would focus on that optimism. With the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands, you have this discrimination card. This card doesn't mean discrimination like you're being discriminated against. It could, but it kind of represents just looking at situations on a very deep level. It represents kind of really analyzing situations as they come to you, meaning you are being discriminating, not like we think of, right? Last time I got this card, people were like going off in the comments. No, that's not what this card means. It means like to be discriminating, to look at things very, very closely and make sure that all situations that come your way are right for you. And I feel like if you do that, you'll be fine. With the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, you have this decisions card. You've already made a decision. For some of you, I really feel you're attracting a person who's very similar to what you've been through. It's like, again, I think the word mirroring gets overused in tarot readings, and I don't even think this is a mirroring situation because you're not mirroring this person. I feel like you've just been through like one situation that is very similar. So you could be attracting a person who has a very similar heartbreak to you. The good news is they're not holding on to the heartbreak, and it looks like you're not holding on to the heartbreak either. You've both learned from it. That's like the perfect relationship to be in, where two people who have learned from past heartbreaks and have made the proper changes. That's what it looks like you're attracting. With the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups, you have this convention card. I'm telling you right now, fire signs, this is the one thing that I feel can hold fire signs back, doing things the way they have always been done. Convention, that's what it represents. It just represents the way things have always been done. We have Neptune and Pisces right now. Neptune and Pisces is anti-convention. It's like Neptune and Pisces is here to, mess stuff up. I wanted to say F shit up, basically, is what Neptune and Pisces is here to do. It's here to, to break us free from the way things have always been done. Why do you think we see so much chaos in the world? It's because everything has been the same. There has been nothing really new in a very long time, right? Things have been the same for, since like the 80s, basically. And so Neptune and Pisces comes in and is like, nope, you need newness in life. You need new experiences, new flavors, new everything. And that's what I feel like that's saying, and especially for fire, for whatever reason, I would say open up to new ideas. With the Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups, you have the Submission card. This card reminds me of the Eight of Swords. And it's funny, you have the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the clarification deck right there. But you can see here that there's a bird, and it's in a cage, but the door is open. I feel like this is saying, where are you keeping yourself stuck? Where could you fly away? And you're going to have to look at your own life, but I don't think you're stuck. With the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, you have this revenge card. A lot of people get in this card. Again, I would be careful of anyone from the past who maybe wants revenge. I would also say, I think it would be good practice to forgive and move on. What's interesting is you see how this person is like much bigger than this little person, but this person here is, they're like holding that head up there. As I said, I think it was like Taurus or something that I said this to. It's almost as if this card is saying to me that you could rip someone's head off. You could chop their head right off, and maybe they deserve it. But there is a lot of power and there is a lot of spiritual like blessings, I believe, in not ripping someone's head off. I feel like there's a lot of, power in forgiving someone and moving on, and I feel that's what that is encouraging you to do. Damn, Sagittarius, one super powerful reading. Love it. So we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. For question number 1, you have the 3 of swords. No. So, no. For question number 2, yes, Ace of Swords, a victory, success coming in for you. I'm also getting something about travel. For question number 3, I would say yes, teamwork makes the dream work, as always. So if you're working on a team or asking about teamwork, yes. But, Sag, I love this reading for you. Really, really good. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.